All right, here we are. Last chance to excel. We are on board 10. We started yesterday with a really terrible result. It's still on the screen. Get it out of there. We don't want to see that anymore. We're back for our last day. 3 boards left in our ACBL Instant Tournament. We're in first place, thank goodness, even after a 0 to start yesterday's event. And we have a very normal one no Trump opener. This is a no Trump opener by the entire field. So we expect to have the same auction as the field, and we certainly are not going to accept an invitational bid. Our partner might not have 4 hearts here or 4 spades, and there it is, folks. They do not have a 4-card major, and let me just remind you, this is not the expert standard way. I will try to remember to put a link to the expert standard way. It's a good lesson that I gave a year or two ago. When the robot wants to invite, they have to go through Stamen, right? So that means that when they bid Stamen, they may or may not have a 4-card major. So you need to take that into consideration, especially when you have 4 of both majors, right? You can't correct like you normally would want to, which is why that's not the best version that they play, but that's one of a few things we would change about their system. Ooh, the club play hooked us up there. So here, I don't know. Normally, I would think the robot to my left has the queen or the 10 of clubs. In Robot Town, though, and it's not necessarily true because they don't make kind of normal-ish human leads. But here, I'm just hoping they had the 10, and as it turns out, they did to my left. If I saw the queen to my right, I would be all set, and here I just get to win the 9. So boom. I have 4 diamonds. I took 1 club, that's 5. I have 2 more clubs, that's 7. What do? Well, it's funny. I don't want to play any of those suits. Those are frozen suits. What do I mean by that? I mean that whoever leads these suits, the opponents do better, right? Whoever starts leading hearts, the opponents will have a better pathway to taking a trick than if they don't lead. Than if they lead it themselves. So here, I'm just gonna play some diamonds. I might cash both of those clubs because I don't want to be on lead again with this stuff. I'm going to exit one of those major suits. So we're going to see what they pitch. There's a club pitch. We don't mind the club pitch because we're going to cash those next probably. A heart pitch to our left, a spade pitch to our right. I'm going to cash clubs. 6. Oh, I don't know if I want to cash both clubs now. Okay. All right, that 10 of spades is interesting. To our right, that could be a card that we can take advantage of here. If they were pitching from an honor 10, that's what we wanted. That is not what happened. Terrible. Now we're going to let them take some spades. Hopefully they'll leave us a heart trick, or they'll just have a club to play to our king. Or they'll have both. There we go. We'll take it. There's 8 tricks, folks. Somehow we did it. This is a weird lesson because it certainly wasn't the optimal line of play. I got a little lucky with the spade situation. But when we look at stuff like this, where the heart suit and the spade suit are just disasters, right? When you lead, you can just lose the whole suit yourself, right? So frequently we're freaked out about letting the opponents win a trick. But it's right frequently. It's right to just kind of let them in and let them handle these issues you have in these suits that are difficult to be leading. Now, we got quite lucky there, and some people got even luckier to be in 3 now. They didn't pass us, apparently, because we were able to scoop up making 2 and 2 no Trump. But you certainly don't want to accept with this hand, folks. This is the worst 15-point you can have. In fact, sorry, this is 16. But you have 16 in your 4 triple 3. This is a downgrade every time. Every time you have this shape, look at your hand and say, that's terrible. I don't like it. All right? Be done with it. Let's keep going. Ooh, that is a really solid 17. It is not the right shape for no Trump, and it honestly is too strong for no Trump, in my opinion. Check it out. What do you want to do? Make your bid, folks. Make your bid. Got to be right. Who bid 2 clubs? Who wants to bid 2 clubs? Who wants to do something else? Who wants to bid no Trump? Double is your only choice. So if you are in what we call the reopening chair, right? You've opened the bidding. It's gone overcall to your left, back around to you. And you are short in the suit that they bid. You always and forever start with double. And this is why I can't believe it. This has been the best tournament ever. If partner has what they're supposed to have, this is why. The reason we doubled is because partner sometimes, very infrequently, but sometimes, has a desire to defend against one spade doubled. And why do they have a desire? Because they have a whole bunch of spades, right? So in this situation, they really wanted to defend one spade doubled, and we allowed them to do that by making a takeout double. What have they done? They have converted our clear takeout double. That says, hey, partner, I want you to bid. They've converted it to a penalty. So it looks like they have a 6-card spade suit, maybe at least 5. They're leading the jack of hearts. This looks like a shortness lead for sure. Let's oblige, right? We're going to play the king of hearts. We're going to play the ace of hearts. And we're going to play a low heart. There goes a little roughage. Drawing trump. Probably a good sign that partner does have 5 of those. This is a tough one. Well, let's see. What does left-hand opponent have here? They opened a spade, right? They have not... They've shown 2 points in hearts. They have no ace of spades. We had the queen of spades. Is that right? Do we have the queen of spades? Sorry, the jack of spades. All right, so they have the king, queen of spades at most, right? Which means they have, they likely have the ace of diamonds. However, if they have the 9 of diamonds, they certainly are going to play low to the 9 here. It's not going to really stop them from doing this. I think that's kind of a split situation here. We'll see. Partner has a bunch of trump. That's one thing we can absolutely count on. Here comes the point where, you know what? Let's do... That's not what I meant to do, folks. Come on. At least partner's drawing some trump here. That's a good sign. All right, how many did we get it? Did it cost me anything there? I could have let a club at that point. They pitched a club. They got to pitch a club there, which maybe we didn't play partner at that point. I don't know. But one person did get it 3, which makes it seem pretty likely that we could have gone there. In fact, let's look at it. Jack of hearts. Let's just show the double dummy as we go. So down 3 is where we had it from the get. Right, there it is. There it is. Yep. This is it. Ace of clubs, and there's the club. Boom. All right, don't tell anybody I misclicked. All right, but we had a 99% or 98% that we could have scooped up there. Luckily, no one passed us, but someone might be closer to us. But the big win on this is the auction, folks. All right, so just put this on your memory wall or whatever you use to remind yourself when you're in this position, right? You've opened the bidding, they've made an overcall. If you're planning on taking action and you're short in their suit, especially when you're 2 or less in the suit that they've overcalled, always start with double, just in case partner's just licking their chops over there with that beautiful hand. It's going to take a whole bunch of tricks, and should have been one more. My bad, Mr. Robot. I'm sorry I defended poorly. All right, next case. Wow, this is interesting. I kind of know where we belong on this hand. We have a flat 12 count, and remember what I said about 12 counts, folks. They are really ugly and really bad. So I'm going to assume we don't have game. I'm going to assume partner's balanced most of the time. So I'm going to show 6 to 10 balance, and I'm going to play 1 no trump when maybe the field is playing 3 no trump. Oh, I bought amazingly well over here, except for having a 4-4 spade fit. So I bought another just kind of flat hand over there that's a minimum and only has 12 points. The problem is spades looks like it's still the better spot, especially if the king of diamonds is here, right? Yuck. Let's hope it's not. Well, for once, I just want the robot to have made a perfect 4th best lead from the king. Ooh, okay. They're a little confused that we're not playing spades. That's great for us. How about breaking that heart suit now? No. You can only hope for so much with the robot. We're going to duck that just for... There we go, Mr. Robot. There you go. You like that. You like that choice, and I don't blame you. That was a lovely choice. Para mí, sí. Yeah, I'm learning some Spanish, folks. In fact, I'll trade bridge lessons for Spanish conversations any day. Right? If you're listening to this and you're fluent in English and Spanish, and you can coach me up in that realm, we can barter. All right, folks. There it is. Yes. All right, this should be pretty good. Even though we did take 9 tricks, so if people are getting the game and making it, it could be terrible for us. But I think we spotted a chance to excel in the auction, and the trick taking was pretty good. So 71.4. We took less risk, folks. If there are people in 2 no trump, and we'll wait for the other tables. Sorry, let me share the result with you. We squeaked it out. Somebody might have been that cool. Were they the ones that went plus 500 on the one before? Did we tie on this hand? We'll wait and see what the results are. Ooh, let's take a look. I have them. So that was Sisyphus right there. And if you played spades, which they did above us here, they had a chance to excel a little bit further than we did. However, didn't catch us enough, right? So playing 1 no trump and making 3 was a good win for us. As it turned out, things were friendly, right? The spade queen was on side. The club queen was on side, right? So everything was working well for you. No matter what you played, you were going to do okay on this. As it turned out, spades better for sure. And as suggested when the dummy came down and the diamond was on the table, not the best when the king is going to be winning, right? Because you lose timing on the hand, and in spades, it's never a problem. You can just rough diamonds after the second round, right? So those that did get to spades did well. Notice those that went a little bit too high, right? We shut it down at the lowest available level, right? We could have bid a spade and passed 2 spades, I suppose. Fine also. We're going to do okay in that situation. But here, even with this flat hand, we're what I'm doing is I'm kind of taking a calculated risk. I know we have 24 points, most likely. So 1 no trump's not going to be too difficult to make usually with that many points. But in those times where we have these difficult hands, these flat hands or these odd suits we have to lead, we've gained a little buffer there, right? For those people that are in 2 no down 1, we're in 1 no making 1. Not too shabby. So that's it, folks. I had a good time playing these sets of boards, and I'm going to try Just Declare at some point when I can get to the right one and pop that out there this week as well, and I'll see you on Wednesday morning, folks. So, and don't forget the weekend tournament. I have another couple videos coming out this week for that as well, so stay tuned. Still taking the slow roll to getting that up and running again, but I hope you guys are enjoying playing it, at least at this point. So I'll see you soon, folks. Have a great weekend.